Here I am making some postpartum Witch Hazel frozen pads for after you give birth. These are absolute must-haves and lifesavers if you have bruising, inflammation, stitches. They help so much. So definitely get ready to stock up on these and prep them. Here I am showing you the witch hazel, the water you need, and you want some frankincense essential oil to add in as well. I have my pads prepped and ready to go so I can mix everything up, add it to the pads, stick it in the baggie, and throw it in the freezer for when they're ready. So take your pad, spread it out, open it up. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you have a mixture of half witch hazel and half water. So I'm just going to pour it out and make sure I have a good measurement of it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water to the mixture, and it will help with the freezing and for it to be nice and cool and ready for after you give birth. So take your water and fill up the rest of your bottle. That way, when you put the cap back on, it's easy to spray and pour into the pad. The extra I just put in the measuring cup. You don't want to use the measuring cup to pour in the pad because it'll just get way too messy. Now take your frankincense, and I add a little bit extra, but you want roughly about 10 to 15 drops of frankincense. But you can add a little bit more if you like. Now put your lid on and make sure you shake it up enough that it's mixed in nice and even. And then you have a great bottle that you can just open and start spraying inside your pad. And now you have to kind of eyeball this to get a good amount. And make sure all the pads have the exact same amount inside, or some might end up getting just a little bit too mushy, but generally it's pretty easy to get a good amount in there. You won't really overdo it or underdo it. It's all right, just go for it. So if you can get an idea of what I'm doing here, you just want to add the same amount in there. And then do this to every pad, fold them up, put them aside, and when you have them all folded, stick them in a baggie. It's the easiest way to contain them, not in a container, a Tupperware container, and then place them in your freezer, and they're ready to go.